Guys, what's up? I'm Nikhil, your TubePad instructor, and in this After Effects tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to create a really cool looking ink splatter revealing animation in After Effects. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial and get started. Alright, so here we are in After Effects, and here I have some footages that I will provide you guys, so you don't need to worry about it, and also an image that I'll be using. You can use an image or a video, anything that you want in this project. So the first thing that I'm going to do is create a new composition. Let's rename this to main comp. 1920 into 1080. Let's make this 30 frames and 10 seconds should be good, and hit OK. Then I'm going to create a new composition, and this is going to be our media placeholder. So I'm going to just type in media and hit OK. And last but not the least, one more composition for our title. So let's type in title and hit OK. So in the media composition, I'm going to drag in my image. You can of course drag in a video if you have any. I'm going to scale this down a bit because it's a fairly big image. Let's make some room, and let's go into the main composition and let's drag in the media composition into the main composition. So here we have our image comp, and then I'm going to create few copies of this. So maybe I'll go with maybe 8 to 9 copies. So hit Ctrl D to duplicate it. And let's go with 9 copies, or maybe 10. And this is going to be our base copy. So let's make this red, and let's rename this to something like a base media and hide this up. So here we have 9 copies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide first of all the copies from the top, and let's just keep the 9th copy on, and then go into the ink footage, and I'm going to select my first ink footage and drag it on the top of the media 9 composition, something like that. And here we have our splatter animation. So somewhere around, I'll go to around there because I don't need this line. So I'm gonna just go right over here and crop this up by holding Alt and close bracket. There we go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the media, select the track matte option, and change the track matte to Luma matte. And if you guys don't see the track matte option, you can just hit F4. That would reveal the track matte option, and there we have it. You can place the ink footage anywhere that you want, and it's going to reveal the basic media comp that we have below it. So I'm going to scale this up to around, let's go with 180, something like that. Maybe 160. 180 looks too big, something like that. So there we have it. I'm going to place it in the center. Then I'm going to select the ink 2 footage, drag this on the top of the 8th comp. Oh, not the 8th comp, the 9th comp. There we have it. So as you can see, we have our second footage, and change the media comp track matte to Luma matte. Alright, so we can drag it anywhere. Just make sure to select the ink footage, and you can drag it anywhere, and it's going to basically reveal that portion of the media. So I'm going to scale this up to around 180 or maybe 160, something like that. And maybe I'll just place this somewhere on there and rotate this a bit, something like so. Something like that. The same thing I'm going to do again. Select the ink 3 footage, bring this on the top of the 7th comp, something like that, as you can see. And then change the track matte. First make sure to turn on the media, and then change the track matte to Luma matte. And the same exact thing like we did, make sure to select the ink footage and drag it anywhere that you want. So I'm going to keep it somewhere around there and scale this up to 180. There we go. Let's place it in the position that I want. I'm going to place it somewhere around here. Pretty cool. Let's select the 4th ink footage and drag it on the top of the media comp. Change the media track matte to Luma matte, and make sure to turn this on. Select the ink footage and place it in the position that you want. I'm going to place it somewhere around there. Maybe I'll just scale this to 160. Yep, somewhere around like so. Let's select the 5th ink composition, not the composition, the 5th ink footage, and drag it on the top of another media. Turn on the media and change the track matte to Luma matte, and place it again wherever you want. So I'm going to place it somewhere around there and scale this up to 180%. There we go. Place it maybe somewhere around there. select the ink sixth one, bring this on the top of the media, turn on the media comp and change the track matte to Luma matte, and also scale this up to around 160. There we go. Let's select the ink footage and I'm going to place it somewhere around there. Maybe just scale this up a bit more. Oh, I have scaled the media composition, so let's bring that back to 100 and scale the ink footage. So I'm going to scale this up to, let's go with maybe 150. Okay, let's place it somewhere around there. Also, you see we have this kind of a streak, so let's get rid of this. So maybe I'll go a few frames forward, maybe somewhere around there, and let's crop this up. Alt and close bracket to cut this up. There we go. So till now we have something like this, as you can see. Pretty cool, right? And let's drag in the 7th ink footage on the top of the media, turn on the media, and it's exactly the same process. Luma matte, and also select the ink footage and place it in the position that you want. So I'm going to place it somewhere around there. Let's scale this up something like so. Let's select the first ink footage again, place this on the top of the media, turn on the media and change the track matte to Luma matte. Scale the ink footage a bit, so maybe around, go with 163 maybe, and place it somewhere around there. And for the last one, I'm going to select the third one, bring this on the top, change the track matte to Luma matte, make sure to turn on the media comp, also scale the ink footage somewhere around there, and let's place it somewhere around there. And I think I'm going to go one more and place it right over here. So let's duplicate the media again, hit Control D, maybe select the 6th footage, place it somewhere around there. Let's turn this off, and the track matte is already set to Luma matte. Select the ink footage and place it somewhere around there, and I'll just scale this a bit, just like so. So now we have something like that. So here we have tons of composition, and now what I'm going to do is to make it look a bit more organic, I'm going to displace this ink footages just like so, really randomly. Don't need to be precise while doing it, just something like that. So let's see what we have. As you can see, it looks really cool. It gives it a really nice and organic look of an ink reveal. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. Really happy with this. Really nice. Yep. And then what I'm going to do is, let's select some of the ink footages. So let's select maybe this 4 or maybe 5. I think let's go with 5. Hit Control D to duplicate it and bring them on the top just like so. Alright, we don't need any audio, so let's turn off the audio and turn them on. And then I'm going to set the modes to soft light. Alright, but as you can see, we are not done yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use an effect called the unmult effect. And what that is going to do is it's going to help us to get rid of all the black space in our footage. Alright, so I can add a fill after that. And there we have a really nice color to this thing. Maybe change the color to something like a purple maybe, and place it somewhere around there. Let's scale this down to around 130, something like that, and just unsolo this up so we have something like this. So I'm going to do the same thing for every of these 4 layers that we have. So let's select the unmult and the fill effect, hit Control C to copy it, select this 3 or 4 that we have, hit Control V to paste it up. So now we have something like that, and let's pretty quickly go ahead and change the color of each and everything. So let's go and make it something like red maybe, and this two maybe something like blue, depending on whichever color that you want. I'll go really random, something like a green maybe, and for this I'm gonna go with a yellow, something like that. Alright, and I'm gonna scale this down all the way up to 110. So we have something like that, and let's place it in the position that we want. So I'm gonna just select them and place it in the position that I want, something like so. There we go, somewhere around something like that, and maybe just place it in the position. Where is the blue one? There we have it. Let's place it somewhere around just like so. So now we have something which looks like this, pretty nice. Also, I'm gonna bring down the opacity of this layers to 50% because I don't want them to be too hard. Just a little bit of light, give some really nice randomness to the animation, and maybe I'll just scale them a bit more, something like so. Looks pretty cool, as you can see. Yup, I'm loving it. And then what I'm going to do is, we have the base shape, the base media. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make sure to turn this on and solo this up. Alright, and then select the ellipse tool, and I'm going to create a mask just like so. Alright, go to the very beginning, and let's feather this up. So select the layer and hit F to bring down the feather properties, and I'm going to feather this up to around, let's go with 200. Okay, then bring down the mask expansion option, and we can animate the mask expansion just like so. So I'm going to place it somewhere around there. Let's create a keyframe for the mask expansion. Let's go to 2 seconds maybe, or maybe 3 seconds. Let's go with 3 seconds, and let's bring this all the way up just like so. Alright, also I'm going to increase the feather amount to maybe 350. So we have something like that, and increase the mask expansion. So now we have something like this. So let's unsolo this up, and let's see what we have. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I'm happy with this. Also, I'm gonna add a curves adjustment to the base shape. Make it a bit darker just like that, just to give a bit more variation to this. Yep, perfect. Then let's select all the composition, all the layers in the composition, and pre-comp this. Let's call this animation. Hit OK. Pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and create our title. So let's go into the title composition. There we have it. Alright, and you can of course type in any text that you want. You can of course use a logo as well, but I'm going to use a text. So let's type in the colorful, let's type in the colorful streets. And let's center this up. By the way, I'm using the Jellica font. You can use the font if you want to. You can use, of course, any font that you want to. So I'm going to place it somewhere around there. Pretty cool. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pre-comp the text. So let's pre-comp and call this just text. And hit OK. And let's drag in some ink footages. So I'm going to use maybe, let's go with the first one. Place it somewhere around there. So we have something like that. Also, I'm going to use the unmult effect to get rid of the black section, and also add a fill to it. There we go. Let's place it in the position that we want, to somewhere around there. Let's add one more ink drop footage just like so. Place it somewhere around there. Maybe I'll just scale this up a bit, something like so. Go to the ink 1 footage, effects and control, and copy the effects. So hit Control C to copy it. Go right over here in the second layer and hit Control V to paste this up, and change the color to anything that you want. I'm gonna go with something like this color, maybe something like a greenish color, and also change the red one to something like a purple color, something like that. And let's add one more. So in 3, Control V to paste up the same effects and scale this a bit, maybe something like that. Okay, let's place the second one behind just like so. We have something like that. Maybe just place it somewhere around there, and change the color to maybe something like a blue color, somewhere around there. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is select the text and create a mask. So let's go and select the ellipse tool just like we did before, and create a circle just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing. Let's go to 1 second, go to mask properties, and increase the feather to all the way up to somewhere around maybe 150 should be good, and play around with the expansion. So let's bring this down all the way, create a keyframe, go to 3 seconds maybe, and let's increase the mask expansion just like so. So now we have a basic animation for our text which get reveals like this. Pretty cool, right? Really nice. Let's go into the main composition and make the animation composition 3D. Let's drag in our title composition on the top of the animation composition and make that 3D as well. And let's go ahead and create a new camera. 35mm looks good. Hit OK. Let's select the title composition and scale this down to around, let's go with 40% maybe, and bring this forward in the Z dimension. So something like that. Select the animation composition and scale this bit up just like maybe 120, and place this a bit behind in the scene just like so. And now let's create a new null object. Let's bring it on the top and parent the camera to the null object, and select the null and hit P to bring down the position. And now we can play around. Make sure the null is 3D first of all. And now we have some really nice parallax between the title and the animation, as you can see. So let's go at the very beginning. Okay, maybe I'll just go right over here, place it somewhere on there. Let's go at the very beginning, create a keyframe on the position, go to 5 seconds, and let's bring this up just like so. So now we have a really nice and cool looking parallax animation. Let's drag in the title comp a bit, maybe something like 1 second. So let's see now what we have. Yep, looks pretty cool. So let's pretty quickly preview it, and there we have it, a really nice and parallax effect to our ink reveal animation. And it's really simple and easy to create, as you can see. Let's do some pretty last adjustments. So let's create a new adjustment layer. Let's rename this to CC for color correction, and let's add a curves to this. So let's add a curves. There we go, and make this a bit on the contrasty side, something like that. There we go. And there we have our really nice and professional looking ink splatter revealing animation. So that is a wrap for today. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care and thank you so much for watching, guys.